Hey guys, it's Tammy, and guess what? If you're watching this video, you're what? You're vertical. Put your problems that way, put your cares that way. You are vertical. Put that smile on your face and change somebody's day. Today we're going to talk about artificial sweeteners, and yes, I know I'm wearing a Coca-Cola shirt. It's just a shit shirt. It's my sleep shirt. It's an old sleep shirt, so we'll just ignore the Coca-Cola. So anyways, I'm not here to debate on what artificial sweeteners are good for you, which ones are bad for you, which ones, you should stay away from, which ones you can use, and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that today. I'm not talking about, people and their thoughts on aspartame and all the other ones. I'm not talking about that. What I'm going to be talking about is the quantities. And apparently on the weekends is when people make their videos on desserts. And of course, you guys know pumpkin season's coming up, fall season, and everybody wants their pumpkin, treats and desserts and everything like that. And I was watching a video. I'm not going to call her out, but I was watching a video. And she was making a pumpkin cheesecake. And I'm like, okay, cool. Who doesn't love a cheesecake? Now let's just add a little pumpkin in it, right? Make it a little better, And she used a cup of Swerve. And I'm like, okay, she used Swerve. I like Swerve. I can't use Stevia. Stevia gives me a headache and upsets my stomach. I found Swerve to work really good. I still haven't tried monk fruit yet. But I heard good things about monk fruit. So anyways, she used a cup of Swerve. So I'm thinking in my head, in this recipe, oh, it's probably, a really good dessert. And she's probably going to divide it by, 20 servings, 25 servings. Oh, this is going to be great. She divided it by 4. It makes 4 servings. So I'm like, wait a minute. So I brought out my tablet, calculated the calories, calculated all the fats, all the carbs and everything like that. She said 4 net carbs. 4 net carbs. So I'm thinking, okay, she didn't list the calories, she didn't list the macros. All she said was 4 net carbs. So a cup of Swerve, okay, divide that by 4 means you're eating a quarter cup of Swerve. Now I want you to think about this, okay? So you make this dessert, you divide it by 4. The calories in the dessert alone were like 400 to 500 calories, okay? Right there, gone. I'm not making that recipe, okay? So now you have a cup of Swerve. Divide that by 4, that's a quarter cup. I really want you to think about that, okay? You're taking Swerve, put it in a quarter cup, and I want you to look at that. Would you eat that? Would you eat that quarter cup of Swerve straight up? I wouldn't. So please be careful when people are making these desserts. I understand we all get a sweet tooth. I get that. I understand. Pumpkin season is coming up. I get that. But please, when you look at these videos and you look at these people making these delicious desserts, sometimes it's too good to be true. It really, really is. I saw another one where the lady put 50 drops of those stevias in. I'm going, are you kidding me? I mean, I have nothing against artificial sweeteners. If you need to use them to make something a little sweeter, that's fine. If I see a recipe that calls for more than a quarter cup of a sweetener, that is not a dessert for me, okay? Unless you're dividing it by like 30 servings, that is not a dessert for me. Artificial sweeteners can stall weight loss for some. Artificial sweeteners can give headaches and stomach issues for some. And I get it. I really do. I really get that on keto, you really can't have anything sweet. Trust me, I get it. I totally get it. And these desserts, when I started the ketogenic diet 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, I couldn't have fat bombs. And actually, there really wasn't any recipes out there for fat bombs and all these cheesecakes and all that stuff. 2.5, 3 years ago when I started. And maybe that's why I lost 101 pounds in 4 months. Because The only dessert that I was allowed to have was sugar-free Jello at 5 calories. And yes, I understand it contains maltodextrin, and I get that. Um, but if your objective is to be in ketosis for medical purposes, then yes, I would stay away from the sugar-free Jellos. But if you're just trying to lose weight and you have a 450 calorie fat bomb keto dessert, but then you have a cup of Jello that's 5 calories, I'd go with the Jello. I really would, even though it does contain the maltodextrin. Maltodextrin does raise your insulin a little bit. If you have like a full bowl of Jello, if you're just having one little cup, it is not going to affect it that much. And you don't have to be in ketosis to lose weight, you guys. So, and yes, you do have to count calories on keto. Sorry to tell you this, but you do have to count calories on keto. Now, for the people that are losing weight and they don't count calories, guess what? You're in a calorie deficit. That's just how it is. You know, you have to keep track of your calories. So, a dessert with 450 calories and a quarter cup of Swerve per serving, or a sugar-free Jello, I'm going with the sugar-free Jello. All right, you guys. It's just my opinion. Please don't put in the comments about, oh, but Jello's bad for you, Jello's bad for you, and this and that, and blah, 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 and it contains aspartame or whatever else. I'm not here to argue that. I am here to argue about calories, and I am here to argue about how much artificial sweetener do you really consume. And just be careful of the desserts out there. I get it, sweet tooths do happen, but how much some of these people are using is ridiculous. So just be mindful. If a recipe calls for a cup and it's divided by 4, take a quarter cup and just stare at that Swerve or monk fruit or whatever sweetener you use. Just stare at it. And would you chug it down? Probably not. All right? I'll talk with you guys later. Have a great day.